Oh, so this is This is my annotated Ragnarok. Ragnarok starts because when it starts out originally in the mythology, Loki is good. You know, Loki gets Thor's hammer, he gets Odin's spear, he gets Gulen bursting the board. Loki does a lot of good, but as the story goes on, he turns ultimately evil, and he gets one of the gods is blind. His name is Hod, and he's blind and can't see anything. The other guy's name is Balder, and he's supposed to be like perfect, and his, you know, like Achilles and his mother went through the woods and got promises from everything. Don't hurt my son, don't hurt my son, you know, Balder. But she did everything but the lowly mistletoe. But so the gods were having a party, and Loki gets Hod, who's blind. He goes, hey, here's a mistletoe spear. Chuck that at your brother. Because the gods will throw rocks at him and stuff and never hurt him. You know? And here, the blind brother throws one and kills him. So they know who did it. And then they try to get his body back from hell, but Loki won't let it happen. See, Loki, if you ever see, you get an idea how wild Loki is. I'll be right back. This is supposed to be Loki with his mouth sewn shut. This is Odin's eight-legged horse, Sleipnir. You ever hear of it? You know who its mother is? Loki. Loki could change his sex. Oh. Loki turned into a female horse and got pregnant. When he did, he had the eight-legged pony. Wow. And also the Jorgemon serpent that kills Odin. I mean, that kills Odin, that's one of Loki's children. The Fenris wolf. And also the wolf. Fenris wolf that kills Thor, that's one of Loki's children. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for coming to the House of Norway's program this afternoon. We have some, we hope, wonderful entertainment for you. First, I want to introduce Sverre Tofte, who is the pastor of the Siemens Church in San Pedro. And he's going to do a greeting for us and do a little song. And someone's going to be handing out some music, some, what do you have there? Some text so you guys can sing along with them. It's a little medley. Okay? Here you go.
Thank you very much, Jean. Congratulations with the day tomorrow. We're a little advanced here in San Diego. Gratulerer så mye med dagen. Vi feirer litt på forskudd. Jeg kommer til å si noen ord nå, men jeg kommer til å gjøre det på engelsk. Men bare så dere vet, jeg forstår norsk også, og kan snakke norsk til dere hvis noen kommer bort etterpå. Just a few words in Norwegian, but I wanted to greet you in English so that I was sure that everyone could understand. We're down here from the Norwegian Siemens Church in San Pedro, Los Angeles, and we have a stand back there. You'll probably seen it already, selling Norwegian food, cheeses, and stuff like that. So it's good to be here. And since this year, 17th of May, is on a Sunday, we can't be here for the actual 17th of May celebration because we have our own celebration up in San Pedro tomorrow. It's wonderful to be here at the House of Norway in Balboa Park. Here you share the Norwegian heritage, the history, culture, customs and traditions of Norway together with all the people that come here. And today we celebrate, or this weekend we celebrate the Constitution of Norway that was signed at Eidsvoll. That's short of an hour north of Oslo. And that was 200 years ago that the Constitution was signed on the 17th of May, 1814. 17th of May is celebrated all over the world. And the biggest parade is, of course, in Oslo, where marching bands and tens of thousands of school children walk through the city, and they pass the royal palace, where the royal family greets the people from the main balcony. Here in South California, we also celebrate this day, and we celebrate it here in San Diego, in Los Angeles, in San Francisco. It's a fantastic day to get together and celebrate. And I think it says a lot about the Norwegian way of celebration, that we don't see big military parades, but it is the children that have the central position. It is a celebration where we include everyone. The focus on the children is a focus on what kind of future we want to build. It's a day to express thankfulness to the values that the Constitution is built upon: freedom, equality, and brotherhood. And we must always remember that even though these values are founded in our Constitution, every generation must rediscover these values and defend them. Our task is to encourage the younger ones to dare to ask questions, and we have to let them mature into an understanding of why our freedom is so important, because freedom is fragile. And our lives are fragile, and that's why it's so important to come together as a fellowship. We need each other because we become human in our meetings with other human beings. And I would like to use this opportunity to welcome you all to the Norwegian Seamen's Church in San Pedro whenever you're up north. Our church is a home away from home, and we believe that hospitality and fellowship are important factors in building a society that secures our freedom. Congratulations to everyone. Gratulerer med dagen. Now we wanted to also sing with you, and I have with me Erlend. He lives up at the church. His father and me are here today with the stand. And Erlend, we'll sing together. We'll use this mic. So, have you all got the text with you? So this is a potpourri. It's a collection of Norwegian traditional songs, and me and Erlend will guide you, but sing along. And even if you don't understand Norwegian, you can still read. So just sing along.
Som en kveld i fjor og fossebell, fra heim og nove furutrær, fra havets bryner fiskevær og til de hvite skjær. Møter du landet i fefarvedrakt, svøt i et gjenskinn av flaggets farvedrakt. Se vinstammen der gått i heiren, flamme striper og blå klokker. Stuen til veien, det flagget som veier i vind. Ja, så vind som det hvite smed, og det røde var kveldssolen på. Og det blå ga sin farve til breen, det Norge i rødt, hvitt og blått. Mellom bakkar og berg ut med havet, hever nordmannen penger sin heim. Der han sjøl hever tuntene grave, på seg sjøl sine hus og på deg. Se Norges blomsterdal, farvel du kvalme fangekroken til det grønne skog. Er nå så deilig svar, la-la-la-la-la. Ja, lystelig det er i nord, blant fjell og li og skog. Blant fjell og li og skog, la-la-la-la-la. Ja, lystelig det er i nord, blant fjell og li og skog. Blant fjell og li og skog. Vi vandrer med freidig mot, vårt sinn er natt i fjellet, i øyne fossevelde. La veien gå hvor hen den vil. Vi vandrer frem med sang og spill. La veien gå hvor hen den vil. Vi vandrer frem med sang og spill. Alle fugler små de er, kommet nå tilbake. Gjøk og sissi, frost og snær, synger alle dager. Lerka jubler høyt i sky, ringer våren vind på ny. Frost og snø, de måtte fly, her er sol og glede. Vi er en nasjon vi lever, vi små en annen lange. Et lille land vi trives med, og vi er mange. Vår hjerte vet, vårt øye ser, hvor godt og vakkert Norge er. Vår hjerte kan en sang kan fler, av Norges æresanger.
Gratulerer med dagen.
Thank you guys. Nice job, everybody. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Jeannie Scott, and I'm Vice President of the House of Norway. And today we have some musicians that are going to play some really nice music for you. The first one is a piece that's from the 1800s, and it was made famous by Ula Bull. Now, I'm going to try to do my best Norwegian accent. I don't speak Norwegian or anything like that, but anyway, don't laugh. So, Ula Bull was a great violinist in Norway, and when he was 4 years old, he could play all the songs that his mom could play on the violin. And when he was 8, he was a soloist in the Bergen Philharmonic Orchestra. So he went on to sing thousands of concerts in the US and over in Norway and Europe, and he ended up being like Norway's first superstar. So today, the first song that we're going to have is called Siete Jenta Sondag, which means Dairy Maid Sunday, and it's about a farm woman who sings to bring the cows in so she can milk them. And to play it for us, we have a young woman who's a student at San Diego State, and she's been playing the violin since 6th grade, and she's currently in the San Diego State Orchestra. Please welcome Taylor Carlson. Okay, so now we're going to go back to around 1620, where a fire destroyed most of the city of Oslo, and so while it was being rebuilt, King Christiana IV, he was also king of Denmark and of Norway at the time, decided to rename the city. So he named it Christiana. So it stayed Christiana until 1925 when it went back to Oslo, which everyone knows today as the capital of Norway. So our next performer is a longtime piano player, but she comes from a family of accordion players. Her grandmother, her grandfather, her aunt, her mom, everybody played accordion, so she joined the family tradition. And today she's going to play a song for us called Christiana Waltz, or other people call it the Oslo Waltz. Please welcome Laura Guerrero. Now we're up to present day music, and our next performer has been playing saxophone and piano since about 4th grade, and he's a member of the Valhalla Jazz Band. And his mom, Eugenie, here is president of HPR, that governs all the houses, and she's past president of the House of Norway. So here to perform a song that Torsten's going to tell us about is Torsten King.
Hi, I'm going to play Round Midnight. It's not a Norwegian song, but it was written by Thelonious Monk, who then played it in the Norwegian Molde Jazz Festival.
so now they're going to sing, play something together, two songs. The first song is from a famous American Norwegian, a tune titled Hilsa dem der Yama, which was written by a Norwegian immigrant, and it means say hello to the homeland. And then following that, there'll be the final song is Nidelven stilla vakka dua. And then in translation, that means the Nid River of Trondheim, still and beautiful you are. all of our musicians again. Thank Taylor and Laura and Torsten for coming out today. And for our little dancer over here, did anyone see her? She was doing like a lovely ballet. Also, I want to thank Jell Holmes. Raise your hand, Jell. He put the musicians together and selected the music and helped them with the pieces. So thank you so much. Also, he's a veteran of the military. So I wanted this time to say thanks to all the veterans, any veterans here or active duty or anyone who's done any military time. So we give a hand for that. Okay, so we have one more person to talk today, and this is Trina Nieheim. And Trina is the president of the U.S. chapter of ANSA, the Association of Norwegian Students Abroad.
Hi everyone, I'm going to do this first in English and then in Norwegian. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the student organization. It's a student organization for every Norwegian that's outside of Norway studying. We do have about 10,000 members around the world, and we have 25 countries where we have a board in. So the US is the biggest one with about 1,800 members. So within the US we do 3 big trips. We have every February we go on a ski trip. The past 2 years we've gone to Breckenridge in Colorado, and before that we used to go up to Whistler in Canada. And then in March we went to Mobile, Alabama, and then in October we're going to Houston, Texas. What we do, we kind of bring Norwegian students together to kind of talk about the experience of being abroad and get to know each other. Then we also do have events where we have a lot of Norwegian students, so such as here in San Diego we have about 160 members. So just a few weeks ago, we did a beach day. We went down to Coronado Beach and played volleyball, had a little barbecue. And we've also had like a Christmas party. We had one of the biggest one here in the US with over 120 people. They also, in Hawaii, they do a lot of beach days. For Easter, they got together and kind of did an Easter hunt. And then Colorado, they go on ski trips. So that's kind of what we do. And then the student organization, it is a student organization, so it's all run by students. So we kind of work on for it to be better for Norwegian students to study abroad. Just this few past years, we worked very hard to get we get student loans from Norway and scholarships. So but here in the US, we didn't get that before this year for the first year, freshman year. So that just went through 2 years ago, and this has been the first year where you can get scholarships, student loans for your freshman year here in the US. Since a bachelor degree in Norway is only 3 years, as it's here it is 4 years. And you can visit the website at www.ansa.no. And then I'll switch to Norwegian. Ja, så tar jeg alt på norsk. Det er en studentorganisasjon til ANSA. Det er for norske studenter i utlandet. Vi har 25 land. Vi har rundt 10 000 medlemmer, men medlemmene er spredt i mer enn de 25 landene da. Så har vi lokallag i de landene med mer medlemmer, som her i USA, så har vi ca. 1800 medlemmer. Så vi har rundt 10 lokallag. Vi har her i San Diego, LA, New York, Seattle og sånne store byer. Så vi har jo 3 events for alle medlemmer i USA. Da vi reiste på skitur nå i februar i Breckenridge i Colorado. Så har vi vært på landsmøte i Mobile, Alabama, og så skal vi til Houston, Texas nå i oktober på karrieredag, og da har vi bedrifter som kommer fra både norske og amerikanske bedrifter som hjelper nordmenn å få jobb, enten her i USA eller i Norge da. Så er det egentlig bare samlet for å få norske studenter sammen og gjøre litt kjekke ting. Og det er en studentorganisasjon, så det er bare studenter som styrer det. Så det er vi som på en måte jobber hardt for hva vi føler gjør det bedre for norske studenter i utlandet. Så har jeg nettopp fått gjennom fosterstøtte her i USA sånn at vi får støtte fra Lånekassen til første år i USA, noe vi ikke har fått før. Det siste det var gjort var i 1980-tallet. Det er noe som er veldig stort her i USA da. Og så har vi også nettopp fått gjennom sånn valutajustering. Jeg vet alle studentene her har sikkert slet litt i år med valutaen, så det er sånn, nå skal de gjøre det sånn at vi får valutajustering på stipendene til skolen da, så det skal gjøre det mye enklere. Så kan dere gå inn på ansa.no hvis dere vil ha noen spørsmål, eller så kan dere bare spørre meg, jeg er her. Thank you.
She speaks better Norwegian than I do. Every time I try to say something in Norwegian, you guys up front start laughing. So thanks for that. So we're kind of short. I forgot to tell you that Jill is also an accomplished accordion player. Has been playing for many years. And our sound guy, Mike, said he even has his first album, which is pretty cool. So I wish we would have brought it, huh? Yeah. Anyway, so we're kind of short on time, so in case that happened, I brought a little bit of trivia about Norway, I'll wait for you guys to let you leave in. This all came from Wikipedia, so, it may not be 100% accurate, and then I didn't run it by anybody, so I'm just going to throw it out there. The first people to arrive in Norway came in 7000 BC, which is like a long time ago, right? Norway is 300 miles above the Arctic Circle, so it's the farthest north of any European country. And the population is around 5 million people, and also there are about 5 million Norwegians who live in the United States, so that's kind of interesting. The most populated state, of course, is North Dakota, with 30% Norwegians. And then Minnesota, 16.5%, South Dakota at 14%, and Wisconsin at 8.2%. So California only has 1.1% Norwegians, but they have 37 million, population. So it still translates there are more Norwegians in California than there are in the other states. So anyway, some famous Norwegians: Peter Graves, half Norwegian. You remember him from Mission Impossible? And then Marilyn Monroe is half Norwegian. Did anyone know that? Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Newt Rockne, a famous football player and coach, he's 100% Norwegian. And here's one, Renee Zellweger, she's half Norwegian. And Sally Ride, who was the first woman astronaut, is half Norwegian. The Andrews sisters are half Norwegian. And Kristen Wiig is a quarter. Priscilla Presley is a quarter. Hubert Humphrey is half. And James Cagney is a quarter. And Earl Warren, the 14th Chief Justice, is half. So, and then all you guys that have Norwegian in you are famous too. So anyway, thank you for coming out today, and appreciate it. And tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll be over at Sefton Plaza, which is across the bridge, kind of before you get to the dog park. And we're going to be raising the flag, and there'll be some singing, and we will have a greeting by, I'm going to say his name right, Gordon Cofton. He's our consul. And then we're going to come back here for a brunch around 10 o'clock. It'll be light brunch, and then later in the afternoon at 1:45 we'll start the parade. And after our parade, then we're going to have another program from 2 to 3, and it's completely different than this program. Like, absolute, complete different program, so come back out for that. Okay? Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming today.
alle sammen, gratulerer med dagen. Hi everyone, welcome to the House of Norway and our long program, our entertainment for this afternoon. For those of you who don't know, we are celebrating May 17th, the signing of the Constitution of Norway. It was signed in 1814 in Eidsvoll, Norway, 201 years ago. We will start the long program with the singing of the national anthems. So please let me introduce Thelma Johannessen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the waters singing in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The Norwegian national anthem next, please join me. Ja, vi älskar detta land som det stiger fram. Ur ett hävigt hav var det med i tusen hem. Älska, älska det jag tänker. Och det sagan av det som säger drömmen får jag. Och det sagan av det som säger drömmen får jag. Hip, hip, hurra!
So for the next part, let me introduce Laura and Astrid, which is the queen and the princess of the House of Norway. First, I really want to thank Laura for being the queen. You've been doing this for, I think, 6 years. This is the last year, and we wanted to give you this to have as a memory for the time and the effort and everything you have done for us. Thank you.
I'll be saying the pledge. Please stand and put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. It is my pleasure to introduce Gordon Cofton, the Royal Norwegian Council in San Diego. For over 13 years, Council Cofton has served the interests of Norwegian nationals and provided representation of Norway to the region. During his tenure as council, beyond his customary duties, he has hosted 2 ambassadors and a Norwegian parliamentary delegation who are particularly interested in border issues, indigenous people, and other issues that Norway and San Diego have in common. Most recently in 2011, he was bestowed the Order of Merit Knight First Class, but he's assured me that we do not need to call him Sir Gordon Cofton. So without further delay, I would like to turn over the ceremony to Gordon Cofton, our Norwegian Council.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I think this is, in all my years, I think this is one of the biggest turnouts we've ever had for 7th of Mai. Just by a show of hands or hurrah, who here speaks Norwegian? Who here understands Norwegian? Okay, I know 4 Norwegian words. Jeg ikke snakker norsk. But I'm going to give it a shot. Gratulerer med dagen to everyone here.
What does that mean?
As you know, in the past, many of my addresses have focused on some of the more historical events, such as the bicentennial of the Constitution, or Norway's separation from Sweden and its independence from Sweden. But I want to talk a little bit more about the future of Norway and focus a little bit more on that. Because Norway has come a long way in its 110 years of independence. It is, and if you were at the flag raising ceremony, this will sound familiar, but it ranks the highest in the Human Development Index as ranked by the United Nations. In 2012, it was ranked the 3rd in environmental performance, again by the UN. And Statoil, its oil company, is the 11th largest energy company, and it's the 26th largest company in the world ranked by profit. So it's not just about wool or crops anymore. It's a very progressive country, as we all know. It's so nice to be part of the House of Norway's 7th of Mai celebration. This year has been a busy year for the consular post here in San Diego. As many of you know, in June of last year, we had the Norwegian frigate Fridtjof Nansen visit to participate in the Pac-Rim military exercises with the United States and other coalition forces. The ship hosted a reception for the Norwegian community and other local leaders, with attendance of over 200 guests. The reception was a huge success, and guests were treated to a wide variety of Norwegian traditional food, some of which was exotic by some standards, like whale sushi and reindeer skewers, but it was a great time, and many of you I know were there. As part of the Norwegian Foreign Ministry's continuing engagement with its consular posts. All U.S. consuls last year were invited to Norway for a mix of professional development and cultural activities. In all, about 20 consuls from across the United States gathered in Oslo. We were welcomed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, attended a presentation on the Norwegian Pension Fund, briefed on consular affairs and immigration, were treated to a guided tour of Parliament, and were briefed by parliamentary member Jonas Gahr Støre on current policies. If this travelogue is going to bore you, you just might want to buckle up, because this was an important trip, but I'm going to go through our trip in a little bit more detail. In addition, we traveled to Statoil headquarters, where we were briefed on their worldwide activities in the various energy sectors. We then went up to Lofoten, above the Arctic Circle, where it was about 85 degrees. So, having bought 3 t-shirts at the local store, we were able to deal with the extreme weather up there, which was really pleasant. But up there we were briefed on some of the navigation concerns and the territorial concerns that they have with the opening of the Arctic Passage. Of course, we did a great deal of traveling and touring, which was some of the most beautiful terrain I've ever experienced. What struck me, though, was Norway's incredible industrial, petrochemical, and technological development has not impaired its beauty one bit. And I want to say just a word about the Norwegian Pension Fund, because much of that is being funded by the exploitation of the oil fields. The value of the Norwegian Pension Fund as of 2014 was about 890 billion US dollars. That's equivalent to $178,000 for every Norwegian citizen. By the year 2020, it's expected to exceed $1.1 trillion for the future of Norway. The fund holds about 1% of all the stocks and bonds in the world. So there was a statement given to us that, quote, "The government global pension fund is saving for future generations in Norway. One day the oil will run out, but the return on the fund will continue to benefit the Norwegian population." So if you could imagine a group of consuls from the United States hearing that, trying to grasp that concept of fiscal governance, we were bewildered at best, as we tend to borrow from the future as opposed to save for the future. Lastly, of course, the highlight of the trip was me and the King and the Queen. So we boarded our tour buses for the full 2-block travel to the palace, and we were escorted by mounted police on horseback, blocking all the traffic for the 2-block. Actually, it could have been a walk to the palace. It was completely unnecessarily, but it created quite a spectacle, and it was a lot of fun. Well, it was an incredible trip, and the Norwegian government does that once every 10 years. So you won't have to hear this story for another 10 years. But it gave me great insight into today's Norway and the future of Norway. And I thought I would share this with you to encourage those who visit regularly to go more often. And for those who haven't been there in a while, to visit Norway and enjoy its unique offerings and beautiful surroundings. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll turn it back over to our Queen.
If we could give another hand for Clopton, please. Today we have a special treat. one that is near and dear to my heart. HPR Queens is an organization that promotes leadership, community service, and cultural enlightenment to young girls and ladies. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Carolina Nevalinen from House of Finland.
Hi everyone, I'm the treasurer for the HPR Queens, and Laura is our secretary, so she's the first princess and I'm the second princess for our organization. And HPR Queens brings together girls from all of these houses and all different cultures, and we really learned to work as a community, just like, kind of like a simulated, you know, a family of all these cultures. And so today we have, I'm from the House of Finland, and these two ladies behind me, Wilmina and Julie, they're from the House of Finland too. They're my princesses. And then we have Elizabeth from the House of Denmark. And then, of course, Astrid and Laura. And we're here to dance for you the Scandinavian dances. And in honor of this event, we're doing 2 Norwegian dances. The Norwegian clap dances first. And so that's what we would like to present to you today.
For the second dance, we'll be doing the 6-man's rail.
They look very.
If you could please give a hand to the other ladies. I would encourage you, any of you with young children, especially young ladies, to get involved in the HPR organization. Sorry. And particularly HPR Queens. It is a great organization to build leadership skills and public speaking. And I believe everyone can gain something. Thank you. Next, to sing a few Scandinavian tunes, we have Damakod, women's group, who have been singing together here in the region for the past 5 years. Please welcome their director, Lynn Bradley.
Thank you. We're going to start with a couple of Norwegian folk songs.
That's my dear, she cried out, this ring cannot be mine. I'm not, I never ought to accept such gifts from men. I must return your pretty little ring, and she gave it back again. I gave my love a time and time ago with lavender light of
is kind of an older folk song, and it talks about the animals in the farm, the squirrel and some of the other animals that work the farm. The squirrel does the plow, and they all make the farm together. We need to thank Walt Disney for making sure that the whole world knows of the treasure that we know as Norway. And one of the very famous pieces beloved pieces from Frozen, Let It Go, for Norway, Let It Go, we are going to sing now, and it features Ruth Dunlap as a soloist.
He sings it.
Then
a very famous fiddler from Norway, Ole Bull, came to the United States and loved it so much he decided he was going to form his own town. And his advertising was a song called Oleana that tells about all the wonderful things in Oleana.
Bye, Luca. Have a lovely nap. Are you listening?
You want me to take this?
That last year Norway celebrated its 200th anniversary of its constitution, and in honor of that there was a competition to create a brand new national song, and we're going to sing which was the winner. song that I love. Well, I love the song, but I also love the fact that it traveled back and forth across from America to Norway. Written originally by the great American folk singer Pete Seeger, and then adapted by the Norwegian folk singer Lille Bjørn Nielsen. And so we're going to close with Barna Fregud.
Superstar.
And fathers too. Now's our last chance to learn to share what's been given to me and you. Go tell all the little children, tell all the mothers and fathers too. Now's our last chance to learn to share what's been given to me and you.
A special announcement. Our director, Lynn Bradley, has her birthday today, too. So we not only celebrate Norway, we celebrate Lynn's birthday. And if you know the birthday song, please join us.
House Norway would like to invite all the children present to go get free hot dogs and ice cream. So, if you have children, it'll be right over there by the patio with the awning. The Norwegian musical tradition includes the male chorus, which were brought to us to the United States from Norway by immigrants arriving in the 19th century. The 17th of May celebration in most Norwegian cities and towns always includes concerts by male choruses. Many of the Norwegian choruses in the US are over 100 years old. San Diego Mannskor is a more recent addition and is part of the Pacific Coast Norwegian Singers Association, with choruses from Washington State, Oregon, and California. To celebrate our heritage through words and music, please welcome San Diego Mansport, directed by Paul Mike.
Good afternoon. Gratulerer med dagen. My name is Sven Olsen, and I'm a member of the chorus, and I will be introduce our songs today. In addition to Paul May being our director, we also have Chance Valdez as our accompanist. We practice every Monday throughout the year, except in the middle of the summer, at San Diego State in the music building. So if anybody is interested in being part of a Norwegian male chorus, and you don't have to speak or understand Norwegian, most of the people in this chorus, there's only a couple that understand Norwegian. So we just learn how to sing it because it's very phonetic, and we sing about half the songs are English songs. So if you're interested, see one of us afterwards. Now the first song we're going to do this afternoon is called Vi er sangere. We are singers. It's kind of a national anthem of Norwegian choruses. And this is what it means. We are singers with all our hearts, soul, life, and minds. Each of us is part that makes a male chorus. The song is our banner, and we lift it towards the sky. The song is dear to us. The song is our strength, our friend. Honoring the song is our faith. We are proud of our singer's banner. It's pretty pale and blue, and its motto urges us to stand together for our cause. The song's weapon we have fastened in the golden oak wreath. So urge us on, yes, lift us. Handsome banner we will pride, freshly cheer, a bold hurrah. Faithfully we will together practice during the year. Agreed, united we will stand. Our goal blinking. We will try the fair singer's goal to reach, and for the struggle we get the reward. The pleasure the song gives. Then forward, yes, bold and happy. We will unite like singers. We will give a bold hurrah.
Hurra!
is called Til deg Norge, Hail You Norway. It's written by Rudolf Magnus Forwald, and the words are by Per Sivla. We hail you, Norway, our land, our fatherland. Your glory is ours, your virtue our sons forever. By word and by deed you've earned your respect. Your honor and justice for people prevail. We hail you, Norway. Is going to be an English traditional song, This Land Is Your Land. And the soloist is Michael O'Loughlin.
California to the New York drifting sands of the diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining and I am strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, as the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Hello. As many of you are aware, it is the centennial of Balboa Park, and to commemorate this event, we have made t-shirts that can be bought at the House of Norway. They are $10 and they say House of Norway San Diego, Balboa Park Centennial, and 1915 to 2015. So if you would like to purchase them, please see House of Norway. To conclude our program, I would once again like to bring Oshild Peters to close our program.
Thank you, Laura. So that's it for the entertainment and the program we had today. Thanks to everyone for coming out. I think Gordon mentioned, I think this is the biggest turnout I have seen here on May 17th. So thanks to everyone for coming. I just wanted to say that for the children that are still here, we will be continuing the games over there. We have prizes, so please join Tonya and the crew over in that corner and play some games. Thank you.
Hello everybody, and just before the program continues, I just want to grab everybody's attention. I am the president of the House of Pacific Relations, which is the umbrella organization for all of the cottages here. And for those of you who enjoyed what we were doing today, we are going to be doing something like this, except with all of the cottages next Saturday and next Sunday. So come on out and celebrate your Finnish heritage, your Swedish heritage, your Ukrainian heritage, or just have a marvelous day with all of the cottages next Saturday and next Sunday. And thank you and enjoy the rest of today. Gratulerer med dagen.
Okay, well, I'm going to pull the car up.
Ich habe eine Vogel an meinem Schulter.